Yeah, let's think positive on that. Well, let's talk about Russia flexing its military muscles. Vladimir Putin overseeing the testing of hypersonic nuclear-capable missiles. And the Kremlin claims that they can strike anywhere in the world and easily evade missile defense systems. Senior foreign affairs correspondent Amy Kellogg is live for us in Milan. Amy, first of all, hello. And what about this new weapon? It was tested yesterday?
Yeah, well, it was tested successfully yesterday. It was rolled out back in March. But as you mentioned, Heather, it's hypersonic. It does travel 20 times the speed of sound. It has an intercontinental range. And most obviously, terrifyingly, it can evade U.S. missile defense systems. Russian President Vladimir Putin referred to it as a, quote, New Year's gift to the nation yesterday upon the completion of that successful launch. But one Moscow military analyst I spoke to this morning said avant-garde is an expensive toy, but truly not a game changer with all the weapons that are out there. Nevertheless, something that can evade our missile defense system will no doubt be giving the Pentagon a headache. Now, Putin has been on a roll, rolling out new weapons for the last year, weapons he claims nobody else has. The avant-garde was yesterday. Last week it was the Kinzhal or dagger. The whole new family of missiles and drones was unveiled last spring for the first time, just before Putin was re-elected president. It's about showing Russians and the world that they can defend themselves. But what's more worrying at the moment, according to many weapons watchers, is the melting away of the pillars of missile defense. First, President Trump's announcement that the U.S. will withdraw from the INF, Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty, after Russian violations, and then the likely death of the New START Treaty, which is a key strategic arms treaty.
We are entering extremely risky period because of American withdrawal from INF Treaty. It means that both countries will find themselves in a situation where there are absolutely no agreements on arms control.
Now, Alexander Goltz is an esteemed expert on weapons systems in Russia, and he said, Heather, quite frankly, he's worried about a new Cuban missile crisis type situation, Heather.
Yeah, something else that plays into all this is Syria. So what about the U.S. withdrawal from Syria? How does that play into Russia's hands?
Well, Russia has welcomed it, no surprise. Also, it said that the U.S. was not legitimately there in the first place, not having been invited in by President Assad, nor by the United Nations. But certainly, we know that this does give Russia a certain leverage in the region now, in a very important country. But again, this analyst said, actually, this is going to be more of a headache for Russia because the war's not over, and Russia will now, together with Iran and Hezbollah, be responsible for ending a very complicated and bloody civil war, a guerrilla war. And there's been a lot of talk about Russia also positioning itself for lucrative contracts for the eventual reconstruction of Syria. But amidst all of that conversation, Heather, it's unclear where the money will come from for the eventual reconstruction of Syria.
And then you have Erdogan in Turkey promising President Trump allegedly that they will take care of what remains of ISIS there. Thank you so much.